Welcome to Legacy Collection Chat, a series which aims to provide you with a deep dive into the Mattel Legacy Collection and the origins of this prestigious line. I'm your host for the series, Tom Jurassic, and with me today, as always, is the man himself, JC.
Hey Tom, hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah, doing good, thank you, man.
Good.
Busy but good. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm still collecting Jurassic Park,
That's what we like to hear.
But looking forward to a nice chat today.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a fun one. So today's conversation is all about playsets. Well, one playset in specific. But as many of us know, playsets can be quite a rare addition to a toy line nowadays. So when we get them, it feels like a real treat. That is where the Escape from Isla Nublar set comes in, retailing for around $30 and packing in 2 Velociraptors, Ellie Sattler, John Hammond, and the iconic When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth banner, all in one box set. Before this set, John Hammond had only been available as an SDCC exclusive, so this pack presented an opportunity for more fans to get their hands on the creator of Jurassic Park. Never releasing in the UK or internationally, however, this pack became highly desirable, with collectors across the globe clamouring to get their hands on it. When we think of the Legacy Collection, this set perfectly encapsulates it. JC, what are your thoughts on the Escape from Isla Nublar set? Do you like the way it's presented to us?
So, yeah, I think it's a fantastic set. And actually, you were the one who furnished me with this set as a wonderful gift. I think I did that on the video, actually. I think
you did.
Where it arrived. And I was so thrilled to bits. I was telling you earlier, I immediately wrapped it in polythene. I was that excited. Yeah, I coveted it that much that I was like, I just want to wrap this in polythene, keep it nice, because it's so good.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm collecting the Legacy Collection as a collector. I'm not getting these things out and playing with them as much as I'd love to. So I was pretty chuffed with the presentation. I like the. It's quite different, actually, to some of the other Legacy Collection stuff. It's got the sort of sunset jungle and fences in the background, sort of out of focus. The only thing I find a little bit strange is down in the corner, I think maybe to time with the Fallen Kingdom line or something, you've got Owen and Blue in the corner.
Yes,
which makes no sense whatsoever, because neither Owen or Blue are in the set. We've got old school Raptors, Ellie and Hammond. So I don't know what the thinking was there with Owen and Blue in the corner. It's like, hi guys, what are you doing there?
We're still part of the same line.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's the only thing I'd tweak, but I love the packaging as a whole, and I love the fact that you've got this nice sort of fogged out fencing, like silhouetted fencing behind in the bubble behind.
Yes.
And obviously, it's Hammond. It's this figure that was like an SDCC exclusive, and now he's part of a multi-pack with 2 Raptors, and you get this banner, When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth, which is like, it's worth the price of the box on its own, because you haven't had an official Mattel banner for When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth before. So,
folks, you heard it here first. You can sell JC a banner for $30.
Well, if it's this official license, Mattel, it's quite a moment, isn't it? To have
it's
the first time we've had this banner as a licensed product, as a toy. But I would say it does feel a tad chucked together, because you've got this banner at the bottom of the box. It's not really, really visible. It's not really presented very well. It's just sort of
tucked away as a nice hidden bonus.
Yeah, and it just feels a bit thrown together. It feels like this would probably sell really well. Let's just chuck it all in a box.
Yeah.
I think they could have maybe done something where they had the visitors center in the backdrop, and maybe had the Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth banner across the background.
Like actually as if it's falling in the packaging.
Exactly. You could have it sandwiched between 2 parts of a bubble that give it the dynamic movement as if it's falling, towards the ground. So actually they could have done that better, but then maybe it would have interfered too much with the bubbles for the characters. I just think they could have presented this in a way that was more fitting for the original film. It does feel like it's sort of, I don't know, it feels more modern. Even the fencing, actually, looking at the fencing, that looks like Jurassic World fencing. So I think it just feels a little bit out of time. That's all I'd say.
I think the reason why it feels a little bit modern is because a lot of the brand identity on this borrows from the Primal Attack line. And I think it's Primal Attack and Dino Escape, those two lines.
Right.
It tends to borrow a lot from those. So I believe it was Primal Attack, actually, is where the Owen and the blue renders come from.
Right.
And then also all of the Primal Attack packaging was when they first introduced the sort of like sunset fencing in the backdrop.
Right.
And then in the Dino Escape line, you had like the broken Camp Cretaceous fencing.
Right.
So this really sort of follows the broader branding guidelines that were in place for a lot of Jurassic products at the time.
Right.
And it's interesting because when you look at the repackaged Jada Toys Jeep Wrangler, it also has very similar packaging.
Oh, yes. Yeah, now that you mention it, it does look like
And
that.
I still need to send you yours. It's sitting in a box on my desk.
Well, that's a nice something to look forward to, isn't it?
It is.
That's great.
I've been meaning to post it since before
don't
Christmas,
worry.
but we'll get
There's
there.
That's all right. It's something for me to look forward to as a surprise one
I'm
day.
just going to send it when you least expect it.
You're just going to lob it at my head when
Yeah,
I'm walking along the street.
Drive
You're just
past
gonna
your
go,
house.
"Oi,
I'm not
JC!"
even going to come in and say hello. I'm just going to like throw it through the window.
That'd be good.
If we have an audio technician, please stitch in the sound of glass shattering right now.
Yeah, followed by Hammond going, Grant! Right.
So I did want to ask you on this. Firstly, what do you think the raptors included here? Because this was one of the first instances, at least that I remember, of us getting those more accurate Jurassic Park coloured raptors at the 3 3/4 inch scale.
Yeah, they're cool. I think they're cool. I think there's still a little bit to be desired, I'd say, about the way they look. It's more about, I think it's the large feet again. We've got the large feet going on in the hands, but it's also the paint job. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to justify it based on what we got in 1993. You know, this would have blown my mind if I'd got this in 1993. That they were this accurate. What I do like is they've used the sort of highly reflective eyes, the green eyes.
Yeah.
And they actually look a lot like the CGI versions of the raptors in the kitchen. They do have that sort of almost metallic quality to the eyes because of the way they did the shaders in computer graphics in 1992. They weren't as developed, so they had this sort of metallic finish to the eyes, and you'll see it when you watch the film when they're in the kitchen. They've got this sort of metallic glint to their eyes. So that's quite a nice detail. I quite like that.
Yeah. I think the eye colour is spot on. You're right.
Yeah, I just think there's a few things they could do to just improve the quality of the sculpt. It would just mean getting the raptor side by side and just making a few tweaks here and there. Also, there's the lower jaw, very clear cut, bright lower jaw, which they do on the Legacy Rex as well.
Yeah.
And I think that just needs fine tuning. You probably could have the lower jaw be the same colour as the underbelly to make it just a little bit darker and match up. But yeah, there's probably lots. Are the finger claws painted? I don't think they are they?
I think they are in this pack.
Okay.
Oh no,
right.
only the feet, not the finger claws.
Yeah,
However, I would say this is the kind of pack that, with the advantage of recording this in 2022, buy this pack, put these raptors on a shelf somewhere else, and replace them in your display with the upcoming Hammond Collection Raptor.
Oh, okay. Why is it going to be better?
Yes, it's 3 3/4 inch scale, super articulated.
Oh.
It's got the toe claws painted. I think it's got a new Jurassic Park Raptor head sculpt.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's
and
cool.
it might have the finger claws painted. I'd have to go back and, in fact, if I take a look live on air for you guys, the advantage of recording this in real time, we can look up and see let's take a let's bear time while Google loads.
Keep
It
going, Tom.
looks,
This
wow.
is good. This is good filler material.
So it does actually. The new one is 3 3/4 inch scale, and it has the hand claws painted as well.
Well, there you go. Upgrade. I do like the
Perfect.
contrast in poses, though, that these two have.
Yes.
One being upright and one being low, because I think of the bit at the end of Jurassic Park when one stoops low and is about to attack and pounce.
That's when the attack comes, not from the front, but from the side.
And I like the reverse, the back of the packaging, because there's an image of Hammond holding his cane, and it looks like he's about to bop the raptor on the nose, as if to say, "Shoo!" Oh, wait. And I always
Bad
feel
girl.
like, I was talking the other day about this, I feel like Hammond has this connection to the dinosaurs, like a parental connection, because of that, you know, every dinosaur that's born, he likes to be there. There's the moment when they talk about the lysine contingency, and he's like, no, don't do that. And then later on, when Grant is shooting the shotgun, he shouts over the phone, and part of me wonders, like, is it just about the grandkids, or is it also about his precious dinosaurs?
Yeah.
And so there's a part of me that feels like he could get away with bopping that raptor on the nose, because maybe a part of that raptor would remember him from birth and would be like squealing.
He's the strange old man who said hello to me when I was born.
Like a moment of recognition from when they were like teenager raptors or something. But yeah, I do like the idea of him just bopping that one on the nose there.
Yeah. That is a very funny call out on the back of the packaging.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. I don't know if they did that on purpose. All they needed to do was have the cane just a little bit lower in his hand, and it doesn't look that way.
Yeah.
But they've just decided to put it higher, and it looks like he's threatening the raptor with his cane. So that's fun.
I was interested to find out what you thought about the repack of Ellie as well. Do you think she's a good choice here, or do you feel like this pack would have benefited from something else?
It's a tough one, isn't it? I guess Hammond and Muldoon would probably be better.
Yeah.
Or Hammond and Ray Arnold would be better, simply because they're in the control room together. But I guess, I think what's missing here is an extra person.
Yeah.
I think you need someone else in here to really like Alan Grant. Actually.
Jurassic Park worker number 27.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, actually, even a generic park worker would be fine. But I just feel that like the combination of Hammond and Ellie alone is weird. Yeah. I guess it's them in the ice cream scene, isn't it? So
yeah, that's what I always interpreted.
It does kind of make sense, I guess, from that point of view. So I guess maybe there isn't anything wrong with it. It just feels odd that it's Ellie and Hammond. It's just an odd thing to have together. I guess for the Raptors ending, I guess maybe like Grant and Ellie might be more natural feeling if you were to just look at the box quickly.
I feel like so I'll change the order of the questions here a little bit, but I think that this for many people was the first time getting Hammond, so I feel like Mattel almost looked at how they could package Hammond into something that wasn't an exclusive, and then sort of built out the best they could while knowing that they couldn't change Hammond. And when you think about it, at the time we didn't have Lex yet, we didn't have Tim yet, we didn't have Ray Arnold yet, so it really was a case of them thinking, well, what characters are seen on scene with him later in the film?
Well, I think maybe then Muldoon and Ellie would have been a better choice. Because then, you think of them facing off against the Raptors. The Raptors kill Muldoon, and Ellie is chased by the Raptors. So actually, I'm not going to take away from the fact that actually getting Hammond is a cool thing, because before this he was just an SDCC exclusive. Yeah. So actually, it's cool that he's in there. But yeah, probably Muldoon and Ellie would have been a better fit, I think. Yeah. But then I guess the dinosaurs ruled the earth banner doesn't make much sense with Muldoon. So I don't know. I guess you got to kind of weigh it up.
Yeah. Was this your first time getting Hammond, or did you manage to get your hands on the SDCC figure?
I have the SDCC figure.
Cool.
In its box. I had 2. I can't remember why, but I think I sold one to a friend, Ben. I think I sold
Cool.
I saw the one Hammond too, but I've got one in the box. I've never opened it up, so it's actually nice to have one where I can display Hammond.
Yeah.
I would love nothing more than to crack these things out of the boxes, but but I'm comfortable with the fact that I'm more of a collector at this stage.
Yeah.
And the legacy line appeals to me on a kind of collecting level.
Yeah.
Like a completist.
So I'm going to bring this onto an interesting question because we have new knowledge around this question now, JC. So I was going to ask you, did Kenner ever release any playsets like this? And I know in the past we've said that they didn't really do playsets, but then our good friend Nathy Vader brought something out the box on Twitter the other day, which has shown that actually Kenner did do playsets.
Well, actually,
why don't you... Go ahead.
That's actually so. He shared an image of a Jurassic Park 3 Harpoon Harrison figure with a little launcher and 2 figures, one Triceratops figure and one Raptor, the Cyclops figure repainted, and actually that is the same idea that I was talking about with the Lost World line.
I thought it was
a Harpoon Harrison character. It came with the same launcher, but it just came with 2 herbivore figures, weird ones from the Lost World. So it actually was the same idea recycled for Jurassic Park, and that again was a play set with the Lost World as well. So those are the only ones where it's been a complete play set, and they are weird. They're like exclusives. I think someone said it was a Walmart exclusive. Thank you to whoever that was who tweeted.
Yeah.
And for me, the Harpoon Harrison Lost World set was an Argos exclusive here in the UK. So it wasn't like something that was readily available. And they're now both really rare sets. Just to get the figures alone, the dinosaur figures from the Lost World Harpoon Harrison set are like quite expensive.
Yeah.
So it just shows that they did experiment with it, but they seemed to do it on like exclusives, and the figures seemed lesser quality to me.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm not sure if one came with the Utahraptor. Maybe actually, I'm forgetting one of my own videos. There is actually a. Yeah, there is. It might be. I think it's the Lost World, but there's a Utahraptor, a large Utahraptor set. And that came with Harpoon Harrison as well.
So he's a popular guy. Harpoon Harrison.
They
gets
love
around.
recycling their Harpoon Harrisons. Oh yes, it's a video on the channel actually. So check it out. It's the Utahraptor Lost World brown large Utahraptor with rubbery skin, and it comes with a Harpoon Harrison. Because I did a whole little video of the Harpoon Harrison capturing the raptor at the end. Well, I mean that's going back a few years. That's. It's probably about 13
Dive
years
into
ago
the
now.
Jurassic Collectables archives.
These are dusting off these old videos. But that was a play set as well, and that was Lost World as well, and that's a rare set too.
That's cool. So it's cool to hear that they experimented with play sets, but not really to the extent that Mattel have been doing more recently.
Although this has got a feeling of that. Like it's rare. It's a rare set, isn't it? Well, not overly rare, but it was only released in the US.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's got that feeling again that it's going to be one of those that people
scarcity want. Yeah, I agree with that fully. I was going to ask you just quickly, did Kenner ever experiment with soft goods as well? Because obviously we get the banner here, which is the first time the Mattel have done soft goods, but I was interested if Kenner ever did it. Because I know with Star Wars you had like Jedi robes and things that would be soft goods.
I don't think we had clothing.
Yeah.
Guys, comment below and correct me if I'm wrong. But we had nets and things.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
So net launchers for like the capture copter.
Yeah.
You had the net on Alan Grant in the Kenner line.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if we had it. I'm trying to think if we had any like blankets or anything like or thing. No, I don't think we did. No. There might be some obscure set that I'm overlooking where there was a really obvious piece of fabric, but as far as I can remember, I don't think there was.
Well, guys, if you have any memories of a set that did include soft goods, or if you have any memories of any Kenner playsets, let us know in the comments below, because this series is as much about our sort of personal experiences with this franchise is it is about learning from you guys as well and hearing the legacy of your collecting journey. So we'd love to see some comments down below talking about those if you've had any of those items.
Absolutely.
And to round this episode out then, JC, would you like to see more sets released like this in the future? Obviously, we've got the kitchen playset coming with Lex, Tim, and another raptor. Is there anything else you'd like to see in this kind of vein as well?
Gosh, yeah, I think that raptor set looked really cool. The only thing that looked lacking was the kind of accessories that go in that environment. So whereas with this one, we've got the dinosaurs ruled the earth. I think with that one, we got a frying pan.
Yep.
Which is, I mean, it's okay, but not as exciting. So I guess maybe it's more about the accessories it comes with, and like the fact that you had with the SDCC exclusive Ray Arnold, it came with that, power terminal thing. I think those sort of accessories make recreating parts from Jurassic Park. It doesn't have to just be Jurassic Park, but if you're going to do these sort of play sets, I think those accessories are really cool for children doing stories of their own, and also just as accessories when you've got them displayed on your shelf. I think it helps tell a story. So I'd say maybe pad it out with some substantial accessory that really sets the scene.
Yeah. That makes sense. Hopefully we'll see more playsets in the future. I know it would be really cool at some point for Mattel Creations to get to the level of Hasbro Pulse, where maybe they could do some crowdfunder campaigns.
That would be amazing.
Because I'm sure if we got that, there would be fans who would want some kind of visitor centre playset. And I'm sure people would commit to making that happen. I mean,
that would be so good.
Legacy of Isla Nublar from Funko, backed in 2 hours. So clearly there is a demand for crowd-based fundraising in Jurassic. So Mattel, if you're listening, please, we would love to see something from the visitor centre in the future.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what the command compound is, really. Yeah. It's like, it was our stand-in visitor centre. So.
Even if it's a modern version of the command compound, right? How cool would that be? A Metallified command compound.
That'd be fantastic. It'd be amazing.
We can dream. We can dream.
We certainly can, Tom.
So, with all of that dreaming out the way, that is it for this episode of Legacy Collection Chat. Stay tuned to Jurassic Collectables as we've got plenty more episodes coming. This is episode number 8, and there's going to be about 12 episodes, so you've still got around 4 more episodes to look forward to, give or take. And we have some very, very exciting things to discuss in those episodes, so do stay tuned as they will be releasing soon. You can find me across social media at Tom Jurassic. And as always, JC, I'm going to hand it over to you to sign off.
So don't forget, guys, to rate, comment and subscribe. And we will see you for the next episode of Legacy Collection Chat.